What's cooking, everybody? It's your boy Brees, and you're now tuned in to the hottest platform for all the entrepreneurs, creatives, entertainers, business professionals, and all that good stuff around the city. So today we're joined by my boy.
It's only one Mike, Michael.
Yep, and our special guest in the building is none other than a familiar face that y'all seen at Road Connections. Y'all seen in our pop-up shop vlogs. Y'all even seen the comments on our Instagram. So who are we here with today?
Cyn Tsunami, the big wave. You know that.
Hold on, you know how that go.
You know how that go, the biggest wave.
I would like to swim. There.
Yeah. And if we really want to see a big wave, I'll take my do-rag off.
Oh, excuse me.
Actually,
wait, check.
Not today, my brother.
Hold on. How you gonna do that to y'all
okay,
today?
let me see something then.
Some of y'all watching this. Some of y'all watching this at home. Y'all drinking water. Y'all choking already.
Actually,
That's how wavy I am.
And guys,
my water's right here.
The tsunami,
right here.
By the way, I feel like
that was
people
mine.
have it messed up. Like the tsunami is there's nothing provocative about the tsunami in Cyn Tsunami. It just means that I have a big personality. That's
I was gonna ask you that.
And that I'm wavy. It doesn't have to mean that my pussy's wet. Like,
But you're not denying it.
no,
How did
I'm
we
not
get
denying
here?
it.
How did we get here? Can we run this back?
No. This is good. This is
Nah,
good.
But I'm just saying, like,
Nah, but-
the tsunami don't stand for nothing sexual. It's just literally my big personality. I'm wavy. You know, my energy is felt like a tidal wave. That's all, like a tsunami.
How the Hawaiians be saying it? The big kahuna.
Yes,
right?
I
Yeah.
agree with all of that. But because of, we can't. Well, can I just get right into it?
Say what you want to say.
Okay,
Oh
so-
my God.
Listen, she
We
has
have
a
business.
wonderful brand. I'm telling you,
Okay,
it's
yeah.
like
Yes.
the
So
visual. Continue.
Well, I was gonna say. So the reason that
you.
she had to specify that for the viewers who aren't in tune with her yet is because her brand is mainly focused around.
It's a lingerie. I sell lingerie and swimwear.
I love
That's
it.
my brand. It's called Sacre Ble.
Ooh.
And my slogan is "Embrace Your Inner Sexy." So it's really about self-love, self-confidence, and just embracing that inner from within.
So
Yeah.
I've heard you
hard.
say this thousands of times, right? So I mean, we're both Haitian. So why you picked a French slogan? I mean, a French.
So when I was thinking of course, I'm not the type of person, like, unlike a lot of people that are just starting businesses just cause. And if your main priority is to make money, that's okay. If you don't care about the creative aspect of things, I guess that's okay. I mean, there are people who are driven by money. I'm just saying, I'm not knocking those people who just care about money. I'm not like that. So for me, from start to finish, everything has to make sense. I feel like I'm a creator, so to me, I had to sit down and really think of a name that was unique, especially when there's so many brands out there. So it's like, what do I do? So I went French because, like you said, we Haitian, so it's not too far off. You know, Creole is what French and African dialect mixed together. So I sat there and I was like, oh, I think I like this one, Sacre Ble.
Oh, I love it when you say that.
Yeah.
Does it make your shirt wrinkly?
Actually, it doesn't make my shirt wrinkly, but it entices the male
know, you
audience
know.
at home, if you get what I'm saying.
If you know, you
But
know.
the bleu is spelled. I dropped the U, so
Yeah,
now
I peeped that.
it's spelled like how it would be written in Creole.
No, that's
So
fire,
it's
yeah.
BL.
Yeah.
Plus, you never know. Somebody probably already trademarked it. Some French
That's what it
designer from like
was.
1962 probably
That's
has
what
that.
happened. That pissed me off. I'm like, how I went a whole nother language? Yeah, it was a trademark issue. I went a whole nother language, and they took it and stole it. And well, it wasn't stolen because it was theirs for real. But
Okay.
So
I felt some type of way.
I actually like the meaning that you gave at Road Connections too. So you said you picked that name because you want people to be astounded, right? You want them to really say, "Oh my gosh!" Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the meaning of the word in French is literally, it's an old-fashioned way of saying, they don't say it now, it's a little bit outdated, but it's an old-fashioned way of saying, oh my gosh, oh my good, like what the heck, or like, oh you know what I mean? So I felt like that's the reaction that I want people to have when you wear my stuff.
Yeah.
And onlookers too, like when people see you in my stuff, I want them to be like, oh my God, like,
Yeah.
you look good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it really corresponds with the tsunami because, yes, you could sit here and say that it's not about that, but that's the beauty of the brand is that people might think on surface level, oh, it's just promoting sex, this, sex, that. No, it's deeper than that.
It's
deeper. Big deeper than that. So the simple fact that it's Tsunami then followed up with that amazing name, man, this is what we call cohesion.
Mm-hmm. I know the haters out there won't be saying nothing when it's Valentine's Day.
Okay.
Or when it's summertime and July, nice beach party, barbecue, pool party.
You may find your wife on that page, or your next whatever. It's whatchamacallit.
Your next
you see how Victoria's Secret got the secret? Cyn's secret is that the brand is gonna find you your next sneaky link.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yes. But you just freestyled that.
Yes, I did. I did that off what you just said, to be honest.
Tag team.
Yes, my mind moves fast. Like,
I do not like trains though.
That's crazy.
But what I will say too about the brand is that like,
nah, that's wavy.
So I started the brand during the pandemic. I started the brand in 2020 during the pandemic, and I feel like it really took a month. It really just did something completely different than what I intended. Like, yes, I knew that I wanted it to embrace. I wanted the slogan to be "Embrace and the Sexy." I knew that I wanted to do lingerie and swimwear, but I didn't know that it would help with my self-love. Like,
ooh, that's good.
I swear to God, I didn't. That's the part that really came just in promoting my business. Like, being in front of the camera half naked is not something that I was ever good at. Like, that's not something that, of course, you might do a beach picture here and there in your swimsuit, but having to really be front, side, back in front of that camera, really, I had to really get accustomed to that. So I will say, like, just having to constantly see myself in the mirror and, it really did make me more confident.
I love that a lot, too, because it actually reminds me of what, Kadeli, Kalichi.
Yes.
Yeah, so Kadeli, with her brand, as y'all know from our previous episode, her brand is about, fashion and eyewear, right? And the biggest part of her business is emphasizing the fact that, listen, I'm not just making eyewear because sunglasses are fashionable right now. I'm making eyewear because I wear glasses, right? I'm literally my product, right? I'm a testimony to my product. And especially, I'm wearing contacts right now, but
me too.
I personally wear glasses. So when she said that, I related to that. I said, I respect that, because a lot of people, like, they want to do, especially with clothing, a lot of people want to make a brand and throw a cliche on it and think that's going to sell. But, when it comes to having products that you can actually believe in because you have, like, meaning and feeling behind it, you're always going to be pushed to want to do the most for it. You get treated like it's your kid. Like, you get treated as a priority. And you're also just going to have that feeling for it that says, hey, like, everything I do is basically an extension of myself, right? It's kind of like painters, right? People say everything that they paint, the art is an extension of myself, right? The paintbrush. Even swordsmen back in the day, right? To go to medieval times, right? You watch those cartoons, they always say the sword is an extension of myself, right? So the same thing here, right? Even though you probably didn't see the idea of lingerie and swimwear as an extension of yourself, it became that when you started wearing it and looking in the mirror, looking at your pictures, looking at the magazines or posters, whatever that you've put as media content out there of yourself in those pieces, right? So I do love and respect that a lot, and I do want to commend people that really put that thought into their brands, but also too give that I guess piece of advice to the people out there that think about starting up a clothing brand. Am I just gonna put Goku wearing a Bape jersey and sipping lean on a sweatsuit, or am I gonna actually have something that means something?
It hits different when you're passionate about whatever it is that you're pushing out. I feel like, honestly, it helps you be more consistent. It helps you be motivated because you actually believe in it. It's something that you stand by.
Right.
So it's way easier for me to sit up here. And how easy is this for me? It's like a breath of fresh air. Like, I'm just talking to you about my brand, but I'm so passionate about it, but that it's not coming off scripted. It's not coming off weird. It's not coming off robotic because I really live, breathe, eat this.
Yeah, you have some real authentic stories to tell. A lot of people be capping, making up stuff to try to sound like they're really in deep to what they do.
And I feel like you could tell. I feel like you could read that. That's what people don't know. I feel like people could tell who's really the fakes from the reals, for real.
Yeah, and we were just talking about customer retention, right? That I feel like in our last episode, customer retention, I feel like that adds to it because, we spoke about customer retention in our last episode in a matter of just the quality of service, but also the quality of, I guess, not the service itself, but just when it comes to at least product selling, right? Selling clothes and stuff like that. The authenticity that comes behind the design, but also the reasoning and the story and everything like that. It really fuels the customer just as much as it fuels you, because now people want to see what you're going to do next. They want to see when's your next pop-up shop. They want to see even when's your next podcast. They want to see when's your next
collection.
Yeah, what's your next piece, if anything. If you're going to branch out and let's say you want to do sneakers next, they want to see that.
They want to see.
Right? And one person I give a lot of credit to is True, right? That's been one of our previous guests and a personal friend of ours. Mike's wearing his hat. It's like I literally watch this dude sketch. He sends me sketches of everything that he wants to do. All his ideas.
Shout out to Vinci.
Yeah, so that's why, like, episodes like these hit hard for me, because I'm not a fashion designer, but I see the passion, I see the love, I see the care that people really have for what they want to do.
Yeah, it's like with this. It's like with sex. You got to put love into it. Food, you got to put love into it. You know what I'm saying? And
it hits different when the love is in it.
It's in it. And the one thing, right, when I was scrolling through your page or whatever, right, you prioritize the experience. It's an experience to the viewers, consumers, and it doesn't matter what channel they got it on or what phone device, what even device they have in general. But it was just behind the scenes you were doing. I recognized like 2 of my homegirls in it or whatever, and I was like, okay, so she's like setting
shout out
it
to the
up.
homegirls.
Shout out to the homegirls, and she was setting it up. She was like making sure everybody was like angled properly, making sure like breathing that confidence,
because she really wants that. Like she wants to win with that,
And I was gonna ask you, how important is the experience to you when it comes to like your brand itself and how you interact with your clients and stuff?
It's so important. First of all, 9 times out of 10, actually 10 times out of 10, I'm using, my models are not actually professional models. 9 times,
That's what makes
10
it cool
times out of 10. I don't even want to say 9 because it's really, I've never really used a professional model. They're all amateurs. And that's what makes it unique.
Authentic authentic. Yeah.
I purposely do that because you know why I do that? Believe it or not, is because I wasn't a professional model. I wasn't that girl. I learned to be that girl. I had to adjust. I had to get comfortable. So to me, not to say that I'm making them uncomfortable on purpose, but it essentially that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm saying, okay, I'm going to make you embrace it in a sexy right on the spot. You gonna feel like how I felt when I first started, but you gonna know that after this, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. And half the time, like that's what happens. Right after the shoot, they text me, "Yo, I would love to do that again."
Yeah,
like, because they realized it wasn't all that bad.
It wasn't all that
it's
bad.
Just that 2 hour, that hour, 2 hours. You a little frightened. It's scary because I'm not gonna lie, the camera.
It's something.
It's something. It picks up on everything.
Exactly.
And on. You feel me? If you thought that you were already, thinking about how you looked and presenting yourself in front of a camera, and then now you're half naked, that's kind of, it's unheard of.
The transition is a different.
I was gonna say, I guess also too, like the person behind the camera. Like I would assume you probably use more like women photographers.
Not necessarily. Okay. I use. Shout out to my. I used a male photographer. But I will say, okay, so I'll say this. I used one male photographer who I don't think really made the girls feel all that comfortable. I think if you're dealing with women and you are a male photographer in that scenario, you kind of have to go the extra mile to make them feel like it's okay.
Like you got to be one of the girls in a way.
Yes, right?
Put your leg up like, yes. Yes.
You gotta really make them feel like you said, like comfortable, welcome, to know that it's all right, like nothing to fear. You feel what I'm saying? I'm also always there. So even if I am collaborating with a male photographer, I make sure that I'm very present. You're gonna still feel comfortable because I'm gonna make sure that you're comfortable. So, but yeah, I mean, I would love to use a woman photographer. It just, nothing ever really
aligns.
It didn't really come across. Recently I used VLAN. Shout out to VLAN.
Shout out VLAN.
He's very popular.
I'm not gonna lie. But he's one of those dudes. He's popular for a reason. Like, you know how there's like hype there's the hype, and then there's the reality. Like it
makes sense.
It equates.
It equates.
So that's what I'll say. So
because he knows some mixy people. I'll say that.
He made the
Shout
models
out
feel
V-Lens.
comfortable.
He know a lot of popular people.
Yeah.
He knows he knows a lot of people. But honestly, I've been thinking one of these days I'm finna pick up a camera and do all this stuff myself. I might start creative directing, shooting it. Why not?
And the beautiful thing is that's all under one umbrella. But when you do, like, I would say, when you do that for a little while. It could be like a year, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't matter. But make sure you hire somebody or train somebody.
Yeah, I'm actually capping. I'm not gonna.
I don't want too much because I don't want too much stress on your plate.
Yeah,
because it's a lot.
I mean, it is, but it's like if you can handle it.
If you can handle it,
it builds a new path for you, because that's one thing I said.
Income.
I think it was in the Clay episode that I said that, Clay Fraser episode. I was saying, like, you have like one thing, it could stem out to like 5 different things. Yeah. You have a studio, you could have photo shoots in here, you could record music in here, you could do content, podcast.
The group episode.
No, I know, but I said it in his episode as well too. And I was saying, like you just said now, right? You have a camera for your brand, now you got a camera for the people.
Yes.
Now it becomes Cyn Flicks or whatever your name wants to be.
He's still deciding on his camera.
What happened?
He's still deciding on your camera brand.
Oh, my camera, yeah. Because even me, I'll be thinking about that too. I'm like, yo, the way I take simple pics, I don't do no edits, nothing like that. I take simple pictures with people and they love it. They promote it. People like, yo, who took this? They're asking me as if like, they want to book me. I'm just like, damn. Maybe I gotta start that up. Yeah, I gotta get to work. Yeah, because that's some money still on the table.
Well, I've now that you just said that, I have a question for you. So, this is just goes. It's a more of a universally relatable question, right? How important do you feel? Do you stress the importance of people tagging you when they post their pictures? And even if you don't stress it, how important is that for you to be seen? So, how important is it for someone to tag you? For the brand?
I'm gonna answer that too.
It's very important. You know why? Because I'm shadow banned.
Mark, if you're watching, take her off, please.
That's what I'm saying. Instagram has shadow banned me, obviously, because what I'm promoting, like, it's lingerie, it's swimwear, and that
is a risk.
Yeah, and I guess they deem it as provocative, but in reality, you see my stuff. It's very tasteful. I've seen very explicit stuff.
I licked the screen one time.
Yeah, I barked at my phone a couple. I ain't gonna lie.
I devoured my phone. I can one up him.
But it's classy, isn't it?
It works, tasteful? And it works. It's tasteful.
But that's what I'm saying. I've seen some stuff like with these IG girls where they showing a whole lot. No, and in a very
and he allows nudity
way.
And it's more nudity too.
Yeah, legs open. That's not what's going on. It's not that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But
check the comments for the link. Like, them posts.
That's what I'm saying. But they shadow ban me. So how important is tagging me? Is very important, because if not, I literally just won't be seen. They got me in the shadows. Even if I hashtags don't work. Like, if you type up my name, or my business might be shadow banned too. My business page. If you type it up, you have to click see more results. Like, I'm not even in the top 5. That's what I'm saying. It's ridiculous. Like, it's not fair. So I need to talk to somebody. Instagram, if you watching, please unshadow ban me.
You need to fire your customer service team.
Yeah. Come on.
And the reason why I brought it up is because some people like there was these people where not necessarily people, but a group of people. Not everybody does it and stuff, but it's like people would post certain clients and they don't post another paper's client as well. Yes. And I felt as though all it takes is that one eye. All you need is that one eye, and people like, hold on, what brand is this? Yes. That's the owner. Next thing you know, you're on a Zoom call. Next thing you know, you're getting flown out. Next thing you know, you'll be in rooms that you prayed to be in, and now you're in. So I really love the fact that that's why even the picture that you took of me not too long ago, I made sure I tagged him. I like to tag everybody to get their credit, because that's how your art lives forever. You could, God forbid, one of us is not able to live tomorrow, but your work stands a testament of time. Absolutely. And I love stuff like that. Like, we're debating Michael Jackson and Prince all over again, thanks to Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole, if that makes sense. And that's the beauty. Oh, and Drake, my bad. But that's the beauty of art. Like, it lives forever. So when the brand you're doing is risky, but I look at it, the the higher the risk, the higher the reward.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
But let me ask you, what makes it so risky? What you mean, risque or
no,
like?
it's risque. It's a word. It's a word play.
Oh, okay.
But that's the thing. Like, but that's why I kind of see it unfair with the shadow ban is because I've been shadow banned for a year and I was putting out one of my best works ever. But the thing with your brand is that I really love about it. Just because it's a risk, it's not bad. It's not tasteless.
Right.
People think sometimes people say creative. People just because something's creative, that doesn't mean it's good. But when it's creatively good, that means it's amazing.
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So it's like I look at it as we was on the phone with this too. Like I would argue that sometimes I feel that social media is not meant for our kind, black people, to succeed, because I will literally watch another lingerie page.
There you go.
And it's, again, whitewashed or, whatever you want to call it. And it's like they're succeeding and the whole time they're not doing the same thing as you, but they're showing either, if not more skin. And then it's like, why are you shadow banning my homegirl?
That's what I'm saying.
Now I want to go with a pitchfork and say, unshadow ban. Yeah. Unshadow ban with fires.
I've seen. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know if these like other brands are getting shadow banned, but I've seen once again a lot of way worse and worse meaning more of revealing that I don't see them getting shadow banned. It's a lot of cheeks. It's a lot of, you know what I mean? Like it's crazy. I don't see them having these problems. It's just little old Cyn. You know what? Heavy is the crown, though. So that's what I say.
Yeah, I did want to jump into that question, though. Yes, for you, Mike. What I wanted to say was I like that question because it kind of goes back to like what we've been speaking about on the phone, right? So Mike, he doesn't really like the fact that I like to like link the brand with like other people's brands, right? But for personal reasons, right? And that's understandable. Well, it's like somebody like. All right, so some people probably just doing, kind of moving selfish. Like some people doing shady stuff. All right, cool. But I tell Mike, it's like for us though, it's like we're not really doing much for them. We're just putting our names to whatever it is. We're not really putting ourselves in a liability in that sense. So like for example, right? Let's say you're doing a photo shoot, whatever. You say this photo shoot is sponsored by us, right? It's like, our name's on the flyer, but if we're not actually at the photo shoot, if we're not involving ourselves with the photo shoot, and something goes bad, people not gonna come to us. But a few people might, but it's like, the majority they're looking at you. But they're saying you're liable, not really us. So it's but what the thing is, the benefits that come out of it, it's like, okay, like let's say Victoria's Secret wants to collab with you. They'll be like, yo, what's cooking, by the way? Like, what platform is that? Now it's like they might come to us and be like, But to even piggyback is like, for me, it's threading the line. So it's like, it's not about succeeding or failures or anything like that. It's like, again, being seen. But it's like, I wouldn't promote somebody if they're not doing anything. Like that doesn't make sense. Think about it, right? There's rappers who go to clubs, right? They'd be like, oh, such and such is gonna be here, and such come in, get a drink, and walk out. Right. They got paid to do it. Right. But like, let's say people fighting in the club, they're not gonna say, "Oh, it's because such and such came here," unless it's a drill rapper. I won't lie, they will blame the drill rappers, but they're not gonna. If Chris Brown used to do, I remember when Chris Brown was like famous. I remember he used to do mad club. I would always be hearing about Chris Brown club appearances, right? Mm-hmm. I'm sure any spot that they popped off in, they never came to Chris Brown and say, "This is your fault." Fair enough. I think it just depends on what you're going for. Yeah, and that's what I was about to get into. Certain people that, like Mike was saying, like they don't want to be caught dead with the wrong. Don't tag me. Don't put me in the same sentence as this other person. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But there's other people that's like, yo, another day, another dollar. I get paid. Whatever happened, you know what I mean. I'm not connected with that, and it's like, all right, all bets are off. Like. But it depends. Like if you're that type of person that really care about your name, I guess, then you don't want to be affiliated with certain people. We're just about anyone. It kind of goes to all money. Because I'm not gonna front. I'm very particular about who I choose to model. I'm not gonna lie. And that's what I was getting at. I'm not going to lie. And that's what I was getting at. And I'm not shading nobody's like what they do for a living, but
I purposely choose girls that's not that provocative. Like that's not on Instagram sexualizing
that's more authentic.
yourself.
That's even more authentic.
That's what I'm saying. There's really a method
authentic.
to my madness.
I like that too. It shows them in another light.
In another light. This is something they never do. It's a breath of fresh air for them and for me.
And it doesn't become the identity too at that.
Yeah.
It's just a part of them.
It's
you know
just something that they did. They experienced something fun with me.
Right.
You feel me? For my
An
brand.
experience.
They experienced my brand, and I allowed them to, to have a new experience. They've never, 9 times out of 10, they've never done this before.
But the beautiful part of that conversation that we had, it's the funny thing is a similar conversation to what we had too as well, is that tagging, the reason why I said it's really mindful of who you work with or whatever, that doesn't bother me per se, but it's like, for example, take the Ben and Jerry thing, right? Remember, there was a couple months ago, maybe even a little bit over a year ago, we interviewed DT, right? And you was how, like, would you collaborate with somebody with 1,000 followers, this, that, and the third, stuff like that. And that's a legit question because I have 1,000 people that probably don't know you. You know what I'm saying? And when people like hypothetically would tag you, I could see your brand becoming like the next bigger than Fashion Nova, or whatever. And that's open opportunities for brand ambassadors and stuff like that. For example, people are so concerned as how do I get a partnership? How about you just cop their product, take your own photo shoot, and if the brand, because the brand owner is going to see it when you tag them, and if you like it, they're like, why don't you just come down and model? That is that is one of the easiest ways to get a partnership of anybody. I promise you. And the reason why I know, because it works. It works.
Yeah, like I definitely want to tap in with like a couple models too, just to hear what they got to say. But like y'all don't feel like when y'all go on certain websites, y'all see the same like models. Like there's this one. Like this the
one Fashion Nova girl.
Well, I don't know about the girls, but I mean, at least when I shop, Fashion Nova men, I always see. Remember that guy who went viral for his mugshot? He ended up marrying the owner.
No.
Marrying the owner?
Yeah, he married the owner of Fashion Nova. That's why he's on all the pictures.
That's on Triple A.
He's the main model.
Oh wow.
He's the main model. Like the guy with the blue eyes. The I don't know if he's light skinned or if he's white. I don't know, but that guy. There's him, and then there's this like short brown skin guy like with glasses. I be seeing him on like all those European websites.
And his royalties. I hope his royalties are good.
Yeah, but I mean. Like you said, I guess it do matter with the quality of people you deal with.
I'm glad you strategically do it. Like you could work. You could work. I'm open to working with anyone, but I have to like you first to do that. No, and people might think I'm rude about it, but there was I'll tell y'all a story. Tupac, right? There was an opportunity to him to work with Michael Jackson because Michael Jackson didn't come to the studio.
You love this story.
He didn't want to work with him. He said, and he literally said it, if Michael Jackson can come to the studio do the song, then I don't want to work with you. And in hindsight, because 2020 is hindsight, I'm thinking in my head like, bro, that's Michael freaking Jackson. I'm like, but then it made sense. Like, I have to like you or take an intrigue in you. Like, nah, this person is dope, cool, ill, whatever. And then it's like, all right, I could jack you. And somebody didn't like the fact that I was like, bro, I'm not even gonna lie. Like he wanted to pay me to do music promo. And I was like, I'm not gonna hold you. I'm big on authenticity. I ain't really like the song, but I said, I'll do this promo for this song though. And we had a little back and forth, not anything crazy, but that's just integrity. Like Keith Lee is not going to go to a place and he actually gives people a chance to like, like, okay, this
basically here's your pitch, right?
Yeah, because we don't want to put you in a bad light. So why would I do that to you?
Right.
So that's just my thing.
Yeah. So I guess there's a question that I wanted to ask you personally. I'm sure this is probably something you think about a lot. So especially for the business owners out there, I'm sure they're thinking this is the first thing they're thinking. So when it comes to like summertime, right? Summertime is slowly drifting away. It's about to be fall. What's your mindset about how you're about to approach the next couple of months?
Ooh.
Let's say if it's summer going into fall.
Yeah. So like, what's your mindset at? Like, how do you feel about the brand? Like when it goes into those, because that's the thing. People still travel, right? So people still go on vacation in the wintertime. But I'm sure like statistically, most people, well, not even just you, but most people that are in that industry, in that side of the fashion industry, tend to see a drop in sales. So what is that like for you?
Honestly, so that's why I incorporate both lingerie and swimwear.
Good.
Because it just makes the most sense.
It makes the most sense, yeah.
I mean, lingerie is all year round.
It really does. So now, summer going into fall, it's lingerie.
Yeah.
First of all, oh my God. Can I cuss? No.
You say what you want. We ain't good.
All right, girls.
Just don't OD.
Don't OD though.
Okay, let me say girls. I have, in real life, I like to I use profanity, but
you'd be like, hey B.
correct. I wanted to use the B word, but maybe I'll hold back.
Yeah, hold back.
But girls, girls like to look sexy all year round.
Yes.
For the most part. Like,
yes.
the wintertime come around and Christmas come and, they want to be Santa's little helper. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. And I got the milk.
Oh my God,
and
I
cookies.
can't even go. I can't be as raw as I want, but you know what I mean. Like they want to be Santa's little helper. They want, they want to be sexy. So
they could definitely be on my list.
You was on a naughty list this past year.
So I know
we
some
must
girls.
stay focused.
I know some girls who've been on my naughty list.
We must stay focused. We must stay focused. Please.
But yeah, so that covers like the wintertime, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then of course we have Valentine's, which is also falls in the wintertime. So we have a couple of holidays.
Oh shit, it does.
Yeah, we have a couple of holidays that fall in the wintertime that are strictly for like lingerie. And then come spring, summer, we roll out the swimwear. So.
See, now going to spring and going back into the winter, do you try to push what's the region? Like, do you try to regionally push your products out? Like, do you try to get some sponsored out? Because March, like even late February in some places, it starts warming up. It starts getting hot. So do you ever try to do like a push somewhere where you try to, I guess, let's say you run ads, you try to run ads to go towards the south or towards, I guess, one of these European countries that's hot? That's like more on the south side, maybe Africa, I guess.
That's a good idea. It's funny because I just
that's what we do. I was cooking.
Yeah, that's really
tell you
good.
I was cooking.
That's gold. I just followed a influencer from Africa.
Good.
And but I didn't know. She just looked. I like women that look black. Like she just looked black. So I was like, hey girl, like I'll send my stuff out to you. She's like, but I'm in Africa. Is that a problem? I'm like. No. Oh snap! We might have to send something to Zimbabwe real fast.
Yeah, okay.
I forget, but we might have to send something over there. So yeah, I like that international. Yeah,
I'm thinking about it right now.
You gotta think big. You gotta think bigger.
You gotta think big.
Yeah, we can't think. We can't. Boy, oh boy, do I love that B word?
I love that B.
So what? Yeah. So what's next for Cyn Tsunami?
I got So I have something. I have some stuff dropping. I'm dropping some trunks for the men. That's something the men have been. First of all, I have more male followers than I have women. I'm working on it.
I wonder why.
Bro, let's focus here.
You know what?
Wait, you talking about personal or your business page?
No, for my person.
Oh,
for my business is all women.
Okay.
Well, majority. Okay. Well, what it is
I mean, that makes sense too, right?
When I first started my brand, I attracted a lot of male attention because of what I was promoting, and that's not what I wanted. So now I'm in the process of.
That's a good pivoting.
Yeah. Now I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, guys. I'm ignoring the men right now. Like, y'all can take a hike. I'm strictly where the woman is at. Any event I'm at is where the ladies is at. She gonna make some
hoochie daddy shorts for us soon. Watch out, fellas.
You said what?
You gonna make hoochie daddy shorts for us?
Yeah, no, but yeah, I do have some trunks for the men. A lot of my followers are men anyway, so I do have some trunks coming for y'all.
Might be swimming.
A swimsuit, of course. Some swimsuits.
I need to learn
for the
how to
ladies.
swim.
I be seeing him at pool parties doing cannonballs and stuff like that.
He threw me on
That's
the bus.
a vibe. That's good. So you look like a vibe.
Now
yes, I am. You just
go look, see somebody in Sacre Ble jumping into the pool.
Yeah.
Now it's a good promotion right there.
And one more thing I want to say that this is in the just a thought, but I really wanted to come into fruition, so I'm gonna speak on it. I don't know if you saw Crown Her. You know Crown Her Inc. I recently went to an event. Curated by a black woman, and it was really celebrating black women in their natural essence.
I love that.
Did you see?
I love all
with
of
the
it.
natural hair,
Yeah,
and
I
went natural for the event, and everyone else was natural too. And so I thought of an idea. I said, you know what? I want to collaborate with Crown Her Inc. and I want to throw a lingerie party, and we're gonna make being natural sexy.
Yes.
Because a lot of times.
Yes.
Bingo.
Yes.
Light bulb.
Yes.
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 Daniel Bryan, Please send us some money.
No, because a lot of times, like, we don't equate being natural with being sexy. Society.
Society.
Let's not talk us, but society.
Don't pull no punches on this one.
Correct. So society standards of beauty is different. So I say, you know what? I want to do that. I want to debunk baddie culture and like what's sexy and what's in. And I really want to collaborate and throw a lingerie party. Everybody got to come natural. Mm-hmm. No wigs, no frontals, no none of that.
That's your admission fee.
Yeah.
And you still got to pay, but yeah.
So that's in the works too. Okay. Manifesting.
You know what I would say though, that I really, you know how you said lingerie and swimwear, like it makes sense.
Yeah.
I always viewed swimwear as PG lingerie, Y7 lingerie.
Yeah. And that's exactly why I was like, it's the same. Y'all girls they gonna be half naked regardless.
Bro, you be seeing the bras where they're not even covering the whole
that's
tit.
The new thing. That's the new thing. You get the side boob, the under boob.
We must stay focused about this. We must stay focused.
Hell yeah. Mm-hmm.
So let everybody know they could tap in with you. Besides Royal Connections, if you ain't pop out to the next one.
Pop out to Royal Connections.
I promise you, Cyn will be there.
Is a vibe. Oh my God, I was so nervous, but it's really good to make yourself uncomfortable. Like it's a great experience. How they could tap in with me? That's the Cyn Tsunami. Follow me, CYN.TSUNAMI, and you're gonna have to click see all results because I'm shadow banned. But follow me, the big wave, Cyn Tsunami, and then my business page, Sacre Ble without the U, SACREBLE official. Y'all know how to spell that? OFFICIAL.
I don't know. The way I seen Fabio spell jewelry, some people might need to.
Oh my God.
Get into spelling.
Like how Glorilla say music.
No, but so we definitely appreciate you. This episode that was well overdue.
Love, man. This was one for the books.
Thank you for coming through.
You got it. It's the
just
biggest
like
wave.
that, y'all know. Show love.
Cyn Tsunami.
Sample.
Likes, comment, subscribe. Yeah.